Hi, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, Reimagine Learning from Myth to Meaningful Practice. My name is Daniel, and I'm an educator currently working in an indigenous community. Today, I will share how many my understanding of how learning has evolved over the past few weeks as I explored psychological, cognitive, and social perspective on education. In this podcast, I want to challenge some common learning myths, highlight evidence-based practice, and reflect on the importance of social and cultural context in shaping meaningful learning experiences. Whether you are a fellow educator or just curious about how we learn, I hope this education inspires you to rethink learning in your own context. Let's start with a common myth, the idea of digital native. This term suggests that younger generations are inherently skilled with technology, simply because they have grown up with it. But as Krishna and the Bronxer 2017 point out, this absorption is flawed. Just because students can navigate TikTok doesn't mean they have the digital literacy skills required to evaluate sources or solve complex problems online. I have seen this firsthand. Many of my students struggle with tasks like organizing their work digitally or conducting effective online research. Another myth is the concept of learning styles, that some students are visual learners while others are auditory and kinesthetic. Research by Willingham et al. 2015 shows that tailoring teaching to these supposed styles has no significant impact on learning outcomes. Instead, the focus should be on using diverse teaching strategies that match material being taught, not just student preferences. As educators, we rely on evidence-based practice rather than intuitive but unsupported ideas. Challenging this myth is a first step towards creating more effective learning environment. Now, let's look at the social and the cultural learning aspect. Learning doesn't happen in isolation, as Vygotsky reminds us that social interaction plays a crucial role in cognitive development. But this extends beyond just peer collaboration. It includes culture and community context. As I work with indigenous students, I have come to appreciate the importance of integrating indigenous ways of knowing in the culture, in the curriculum. This means valuing oral tradition, storytelling, and connection to the land, which reflects their lived experience and cultural heritage. When we center students' cultural identities in learning, we not only make education more inclusive, but also meaningful. For instance, incorporating a community-aided storytelling in a lesson doesn't just teach literacy skills, it fosters a sense of belonging and respect for cultural knowledge. Recognizing social and cultural dimensions of learning is essential for creating educational practice that resonates with all learners. In this podcast, I have shared many my emerging philosophy of learning, one that moves away from myths, embracing evidence-based practice, and value the social cultural dimensions of education. My hope is to encourage you as educators to critically reflect on your own practice. How can we challenge assumptions, make learning more meaningful, and support our students in conducting knowledge that truly matters? Thank you for listening to Reimagine Learning from Myths to Meaningful Practice. For more insight, check out the reference in the comment section of this podcast. Until next time, keep challenging myths and creating transformative learning experience. Thank you.